BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
And a gin made here in Lincolnshire has made it onto the shelves of luxury department store Harvey Nichols. Stonewall is made at the Spirit of Skegness distillery and was inspired by the LGBTQ plus movement. Joe Wilson came up with the idea.
It's been incredible, and the amount of support that we've had off the community, off celebrities online, activists and stuff has just been absolutely incredible. And obviously now we're into Harvey Nichols as well, so we're quite a new brand, but we're making some noise at the moment, which is great.
And now the reason we're talking about gin, the reason Harry's just given us those facts about gin is because we've got a real success story for a Lincolnshire drinks producer. It's a gin that's distilled on the coast, being stocked in the luxury department store Harvey Nichols. This is Stonewall, which is made by Spirit of Skegness, and it's got a special significance for Joe Wilson, who came up with the idea and joins me now. Joe, tell us about it. Tell us about Stonewall and why you called it that as well.
Hi, how are you doing? So the brand kind of came to me. I'd rediscovered the history of the Stonewall riots, which was an LGBTQ movement back in 1969. Now, I'd read about the story in my early 20s, but to be honest, I didn't really give it much thought or much notice. And as I got a little bit older, I kind of rediscovered the story again. And I just thought it was just the most inspiring and fascinating story of a community coming together and fighting kind of for what they believe in and what their rights are as a community. So I went to Sarah and Richard, who are my in-laws. I went to them and retold them this story, and they just thought, again, it was absolutely inspired. So we kind of said, look, wouldn't it be amazing if we could retell this story through a gin brand, because they do the Spirit of Skegness gin. So that's kind of where the idea came from. But it wasn't going to be quite enough just to kind of retell the story. We wanted to really kind of promote and support the community. So we contacted Stonewall UK and said to them, look, we're going to retell the story and we're going to produce this brand, but we really want to kind of support you as a charity. So for every bottle sold, we donated £1 to them. And we got their full backing, their full support. They absolutely loved the idea of the brand. And from there, we launched. So, yeah, it's been absolutely amazing and a journey.
Yeah, definitely a journey. And how did you get into Harvey Nicks? I mean, you can't just roll up there with a crate and say, there you go, put them on the shelf, please.
Just went and knocked on the door, just put a couple of bottles on the shelf, and, they never noticed. So we contacted the spirit buyer, Brian, it was on LinkedIn. And then we just kind of had a conversation with him, really, and told him about the brand and what it kind of represents. And he just got it straight away. He just knew exactly what we were about. So he loved the idea of the brand. And then the next sort of step was obviously for him to taste the liquid. So we sent him samples down, a little gift pack, a little hamper for him to taste, and he absolutely loved it. He loved the premium quality of the gin and the taste, and it just kind of went from there, really. They just kind of gave us a bit of the get-go, and then they just said to us, we thought initially we were just going to launch online, but he said to us we want to launch it in all stores. So that's what they did. They launched it in all stores, they launched it online, and the passion fruit and mango went into a signature cocktail in the Harvey Nichols bars as well. So it's just been absolutely a bit of a whirlwind
I can imagine.
kind of moment, really. So I wish there was a bigger story behind it, to be honest, but that's kind of how it happened. So it was just for us as a brand, it was just an amazing moment.
Yeah,
incredible.
I mean, and I guess you needed it. I mean, what's it been like, over the past 12 months or so with the pandemic, actually running the distillery?
Yeah, so we launched in February 2020, and little did we know at the time we were going to go into a global pandemic. So that was a nice surprise. But the support online, so we put it onto Amazon and did it through our own e-commerce, and the support online was absolutely incredible, to be honest. We had a lot of support from the community. We got a video from Teresa Coyer, who was at the original Stonewall riots in 1969, a famous activist. Who works there now in the Stonewall Inn bar. We got a video from him inside the bar, offering the support. We had a lot of celebrities promote the gin online, and activists online promoting it through Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And it just kind of took off, really, to be honest. So we did we did well online through the pandemic, which we're so grateful for. The support has just been incredible.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad it's going well, Joe. Thanks for sharing it with us. Next time I'm in Harvey Nicks, because obviously I shop there all the time, I will look out for it, I promise. Joe Wilson there with the Spirit of Skegness. And yeah, if you're shopping in Harvey Nicks online or in the shop, look out for their Stonewall. It's good to hear. We love celebrating our Lincolnshire success stories here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
Travel.
Should have raised a glass to it.